Of course, you can beat me at talking and I'm not arguing with you, catch up with you. Cuban. All right. Star Enlightenment checking in with the video that y'all all been waiting for. Getting getting deep and down into it today. You feel me? Give it a little bit of time, a couple seconds, and minutes of people to come in this live stream because I want a lot of my subscribers, followers, and supporters and viewers to be in tune for this one. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started soon. I just give it like just a couple seconds because this gonna be a very important live. I'm not even gonna do too much because I'm gonna just get right into it real soon. You know what I'm saying? In a couple seconds. So you know, letting the intro settle in, this, that, and the third. Hope everybody doing a good day out there. Um, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure that I'm. All right. So hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. We gonna go ahead and start getting into it. I'm gonna make sure I talk close to the mic so that you can hear me in the center third. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're talking about the three heavens. I have it written out, right? So check it out right here. And I might have to make a part two because my phone might be getting hot. I'm gonna cool it down and probably come back. But so this right here is what we talk about the first. We talk about the three heavens, right? And the three heavens are described in many different books, many different spiritual texts, religious texts. One of them that I love, that I've read a little bit of and know a little bit of, is the Book of Enoch, where they break down the different levels of heaven. Not in the current modern day Bible, they talk about it being three main heavens. And I want to specifically break that down from a realm point of view. So, starting off with the first heaven, aka this is earth, right? This is earth. You got the land, the trees, houses, homes. This is earth down here, right? This is where we reside at, right? Pay attention. This is where we reside at, right? You got the waters, the earth, trees, us, everything in this level, right? This is where we reside. Now, once you reach like the birds, the clouds, just let's say the clouds first. This is what's considered the first heaven, right? Now, even though this is all a part of the one realm, the clouds is actually attached to the spiritual realm in some shape or form, and this is actually a realm where a lot of where certain deceased people are. Now, people, let me close to the camera, the what do you call it, microphone, because I do got the washer going or the dryer going. I was gonna wait, but I said I really do need to get this video out because it's important, and I might do a part two later to catch up with it. But when you have people that passed away in situations where they're very attached to the third dimensional realm, then they end up they be able to be a ghost or take a cloud body because they're in the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, aka they're in the spiritual realm. Let's stay spiritual realm for the sake of video. They are in the spiritual realm, but they're so dense that when they passed away, they didn't ascend and pass on and become light and be less dense and ascend on to a higher realm. They're so dense and so lost in whatever they were lost into that you can even see their physical representation and they play out as clouds. Now people are like, oh, what do you mean clouds have spirits in them? Yes, check it out right here. Ghost, right? Anytime you see a representation of a ghost in cartoons or cartoon media or anything like that, what do they depict a ghost as? A ghost looks like what? A cloud, don't it? Think about Casper. Think about a ghost. A lot of times they're white. You make because of like why would they make it white? Why color it white? They're white and they often look like they're in the shape of a cloud. They tend not to have feet most of the time, and they tend like they have the shape of the cloud. Like they're in the shape of a cloud when you pay attention, like a foggy cloud. So this is letting you know that spirits are actually in clouds and take the forms of cloud bodies. But these are spirits who passed on, who were the deceased, but who were so lost into their lower natures and so lost into just being in the 3D realm of Earth in general. They were so attached to Earth that when they died, that they went into they how do you say it? They didn't ascend and move on. So they may be in the spiritual realm, but they're in the lowest, most dense vibrational part of the spiritual realm. See what I'm saying? Which is the earth side of it. And it's so dense that they're waking up and living life in that realm just as they was living it when they was awake here. So they attach to everything. This is how you get people who haunt certain particular buildings, haunt certain particular areas and terrains. This is why you feel a weird, because this is why you feel a weird state of being whenever you go into certain places. You may be in like go down the road to Yeehaw Junction or somewhere in the dirty south, or even if you up north in Pennsylvania, anywhere, and you feel that weird presence and it feel eerie. A lot of times you're feeling spiritual presences, you're feeling ghost presence. How do you say it? Presence in those areas. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to break it down the best way you can understand. Believe it or not, you were feeling spiritual ghost presence. So these beings, though, are ghosts that are really attached to the third dimensional realm, aka they're attached to Earth. They're attached to everything that they was aware of when they was awake. So, aka when you attach to something, other realm or a higher realm of reality or another realm of reality, another space, solar system, whatever, you stayed here on this earth because you're attached to it, and they're gonna end up reincarnated anyway because that's how you reincarnate. Because the ghost, that cloud body, is actually attached to thought forms, and we're gonna get into this, right? Shout out Mystical Mistro. Now my phone may be overheating, so I may have to make this quick, but I will be coming back with a part two. So if I can get through it all, I might be able to say. But look, ghosts and thoughts. Check it out. People be like, wait, what do you mean? Clouds attached to thoughts? What do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make it. But actually, think about what I'm saying. Think about it. Whenever you're watching a cartoon, or you're watching a comic book, or anything on the media, how do they portray thoughts? When you're watching a cartoon, what hovers over a person's head whenever they catch a thought and they thinking, they brain? Why do you think they even call it brainstorming? What when you watching a cartoon and somebody catch a thought, what pops up above their head? Okay, then exactly a cloud. And you bet. Okay, what made them do a cloud? It could have been. They could have made anything to represent a person's thought. They could have made a square. They could have made a box. They could have made it into a five dimensional star. You know, like a star, five pointed star. They could have made it into a big circle, a bubble. They could have did anything, but 9 out of 10 they choose to do it as clouds. So there's a reason why that is, because clouds are attached to thought forms, and I mentioned in the other video how the thoughts that you have be the babies that you have too. So like whatever you have in your mind when you having sexual intercourse, that be the type of baby that you produce. Because in order for a person to be born in this realm of reality, they have to affect you through a higher realm first. They don't just appear out of nowhere. That's the thing. Don't but you think people don't believe it, but they know that babies come out. Babies come from a person's internal, right? They come from their mother's internal, aka their mother's in yin realm. And a lot of people believe that babies come from the spiritual realm, right? Like we all have spirits. So how do you think they get through this process? Thoughts and feelings and all that stuff exist in the spirit realm. You see what I'm saying? This is how you even able to have telepathy. So they end up filtering down. You catch that thought, you have that thought, and then it bends in. The more you have that thought, it bends in, and it ends up being one of your cells in your own body. Blood cell, and the last cell that it takes to find it before it's able to get spurted out and become sperm and semen is when it reaches the sperm cells or the egg cells, and then they're able to get shut out and be birthed into this realm of reality. So I said that. I hope you get it. If you don't get it, who really cares, right? So you understand about ghosts and how they always make ghosts look like clouds, or clouds look like ghosts. On TV and thoughts and cartoons, they always have a person when they brainstorming, aka they call it brainstorming for a reason. They always have when a person catches a thought on cartoon or comic, whatever, a cloud comes by their head. Um, Hold on. Haunting, yeah. Another one is this. Remember I broke down about spirits being in different presences, and the clouds are just spirits that are still lost into this realm, and they taking that cloud and they just living their life the same way they was when they was alive, because they was so lost into this earth realm and didn't want to leave it and attach to it, so they didn't ascend in the spirit realm. They stayed lower into this third dimensional realm, floating around. Well, this is why also anything you watch when you talk about hold on, I'm gonna take this off the charger because my phone getting hot as hell. Hold on. All right. So anyway, yeah, I might have to stop soon. It might stop me because it's very getting real hot. I might have to step outside. But anyway, anytime hauntings in any movie, show, cartoon, whatever, hauntings are always portrayed a lot of times for the most part in some type of go for my glasses. This is why when any type of haunting, they portray it as any type of fogginess or strong cloudiness in an area. Like when you see like the haunting of Connecticut, or you see certain movies that deal with hauntings, especially in Japan, there's always a strong fogginess in the area. And it's not just in one particular space. It's like a strong, cloudy fogginess. And this is why, because those spirits take the less dense bodies of cloud and fogginess. It's really a beautiful thing, but it's messed up when you look at it in a sense of like, these are lost spirits who were attached to this realm. So it's a good chance that they can be in hell, because this realm is like a hellish realm itself. So if you in the spirit realm in this realm, still stuck in this realm, it's a good chance you could be living a very holistic lifestyle, a very hellish lifestyle, or a very, at least, even if it's not hellistic in the way that some people would look at it, it's still a lower density, lower vibrational life in some shape or form, because you attach to something, you're doing a routine and pattern that you not want to let go, right? Um, and then lastly, is whenever you read the Bibles or you're looking at any type of Bible, they always try to portray heaven, whether it's art, a picture, a painting, they always try to portray heaven as being in some type of cloud, being in some type of clouds, or being in some type of, or having the building of heaven, the mansions of heaven and everything on a cloud. But I'm here to tell you that that's a form of, like, just like they would say in the subconscious community, that's a form of lostness. And I'm gonna tell you why that's a form of lostness, to get people lost. Because anything dealing with clouds, that's still in this realm of reality. So if you attach the clouds and you make people think that heaven is in the clouds, that's meaning heaven is still in this realm of reality. And even in the Bible, they break down the three heavens. Shout out to Mystical Maestro. You said, can you go from a cloud to an animal other than a human? Well, I'm gonna get to that. But when you talk about heaven, let me finish up this, right? When you talk about heaven, in the first heaven, the clouds and everything in the earth, clouds exist in this particular realm. So when they're trying to show you heaven being portrayed in the clouds, they're trying to, it's almost like a mind psyche. And it's a lie, because the spirits that are in the clouds now, they're 9 out of 10, they're living in the hellistic realm reality, because they still here. They're in this realm. So they nowhere else but here. They still here. So they living, they floating around, they doing all kind of stuff, still in this realm of reality. So they're lost to some shape or form. Even some of them may be living some clouds may be living certain lives more than better than other clouds. Some clouds weren't as lost and as fixated and as attached and as low dense and depressed to bring them down as much, for them to be like a dark cloud or whatever, for it to be like a very holistic lifestyle like some other clouds do. But all in all, if you a cloud, you still in some shape or form either in this realm reality, or you on your way of shedding to go to a higher realm reality. This is why when you talk about, and here's another thing, this is why people be like, oh yeah, but I still might not believe that thoughts are like clouds. But when you think about it like this, one thing with thoughts, imaginations, thoughts in the dream, everything, what happens? They switch scenes. Thoughts never really hone on one thought. Try to close your eyes right now and think about one particular thing for 5 minutes. That's gonna switch. Your mind gonna go to somewhere else. Your mind gonna go to something else. You're gonna have to come back to reverse back to that thought, that same thought you originally had. So these things change, and scenes change, and they disperse. The same way with clouds. Clouds don't last. Whenever clouds exist, they be there, then they disperse, they switch scenes. So they living their life up there, then something happen, they'll change scenes, they'll go into another, because that's the mental realm, that's the world of imagination, the world of thought. So it could be very chaotic, especially if you live still on the earth, then in that realm. I don't know, say you really want to do that per se, but you asked me, you said, can you go from a cloud to an animal other than a human? Well, all spirits and beings come from that realm in general. And even like, say you're a lion or you're a tiger or you're a bear or whatever, you reach a certain amount of size, but um, you still come from that realm. So even if it doesn't take a cloud, you're still coming from that atmosphere. You're still linking around that atmosphere. The smaller the animal, the smaller the body it'll take when it dies. So a human may take like a cloud. You see what I'm saying? Now, like, think of like a lizard or something like that, or a bug might take like certain parasites and bacteria when it's in that space. So it's floating around too, but it'd be like the parasites and bacteria that we breathe in. It'd be certain like smaller things like that, like certain, you know what I mean? Played out a little bit differently. I'm gonna have to go outside for some, because hold on. Hopefully I'm back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish up this first heaven, and then I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna do a part 2 of it. I'm gonna do another video of this again. All right, hold on. I'm gonna finish this up though. So okay, so that's the first heaven. In other words, this is the lowest vibration of density that you can live in the spirit realm. We talk about earth, and you talk about the spirit realm. being in cloud form is the lowest density vibration that you can take in this realm. Especially think about it, because there's spirits in clouds, operate in clouds. They're not just moving on their own. But here's the thing: a cloud is so dense you can see it. You can't see every type of spirit all the time. You can't see all the different atmospheres all the time. But you can see a cloud, so that's how dense it is in your physical realm of reality. Space and stars don't count because that's kind of outside of this realm of reality. But we're gonna get into that in the next video because my phone overheating. But let me finish up this first heaven, right? So now then, this all of this right here is still in Earth territory, by the way. Okay, my phone on 10%. But anyway, the clouds here, these are bodies that spirits that are deceased that are stuck and lost in the third dimension. So they vibrating real low and they attach to the third dimension. So they didn't ascend. They're getting ready to reincarnate. I told you the process earlier in this video. Now the next level is like, I don't know if it's above. I think it's above the stratosphere, but it's a little bit above the level of a cloud. You know what I'm saying? And in this level. The difference between this level and this level is when you in a cloud being 9 out of 10, these be like the type of dreams. I'm gonna give you an example of what realm you in. When you be in a cloud being, these be people who be in situations where you having a dream, but it's nothing different. Like it's exactly the same way that it is when you was alive. So you may play out going to school the same way you was when you was alive. You may play going to the fair. You may be playing going out to parties. You meeting people the same street you was living on. This how ghosts haunt certain areas because they doing this. These clouds doing that. They be haunting certain areas. And the stronger a presence, the more you feel it. The more attached to that. The more attached that a person is to a thing when they die, they become like a heavy cloud, a dense cloud, to the point where they haunted it so strong. They be famous for their hauntings. Like people be scared to go in that area. The presence so strong. That's because they so dense. Not every cloud is that dense, but they all kind of lost because they still in this reality. Now those dreams, when it be dreams so real, it don't be nothing different. It be so real. But here's where it gets scary, because remember you still in the spirit realm as a cloud. So these be the dreams that they'll be normal, but something to happen, it'll scare you so bad you'll get knocked out of that dream and you'll wake up. These so like something that since it's still playing out as normal to you, you're still in the spirit realm. So any little thing that you experience in this realm is gonna scare you because it's like being alive now. But remember, you're still in the spiritual realm. Supernatural things still exist there. So when you see a ghost in that realm, but you in this realm, it will freak you out. You see what I'm saying? Or you thinking everything normal because you so attached to this third dimension. You in heavy density. You living still on Earth as a cloud being, aka a spirit, not even knowing that you really dead like that. And then so you think you alive like regular, and then you see something crazy happen. You see somebody start to fly, or you see something go through a wall in this dream, and it'll scare you because you're like, wait. You don't even know you in the spirit realm is what I'm saying, because you're so attached to the third dimension. You're still floating around the earth version, the earth side of the spirit realm, which is, like I said, the lowest version of the spirit realm. Now, the level above that is where things still play out as physical, as far as the physical bodies, but they be like more supernatural. And this can be very scary and very unstable, because it's like having this human physical body, but with everything with the supernatural attached to it. So a lot of times you'll have the dreams where like you might be able to fly, but they'll be like chaotic. Or other beings can fly. Other beings have certain powers. Something is flying and chasing you in the air. You might see a dragon. It's like in the mix. You see what I'm saying? So this is why this can be very scary too. This atmosphere up here, that's still in this realm of reality though, because you still in the third dimension, really. Even though you in the less dense version of it, it's still scary because you in conflux. You're not in one or the other. You in the middle. So you in a situation where everything is still physical, but there's supernatural abilities to it too, and that'll freak a person out too and make them wake up and act. This is where nightmares come from a lot of times, because you'll be in a situation where you think, and nightmares usually happen when you on Earth. You'll be living your regular day-to-day life, and you'll see something supernatural come out of the spectrum, and you don't realize that you're in the spirit realm. So it'll shock you and scare you, and you'll get knocked out of that and wake up. And then the last one is that all this is really the same thing, but it's a fade. This one up here is where it starts to fade, blend in, and merge. So this is like this, but it's the highest dense of it. So sometimes it's easy to find peace in this realm, because you still, all this is the fourth and sixth dimension, aka the spirit realm. But I'm talking about different spectrums of it. There are different spectrums to it. So even though things still play out like you being on Earth, because you still low-key in that realm, but you in like the highest version of it. So things play out as less dense. So even if you are having dreams about being on Earth in this realm, you have the choice to do both. and it's like a blend. So you'll be on Earth, you may be, you know what I'm saying, familiar with certain things, earthly things, certain trees, but it's like a higher version of everything. It's not like as dense to the point like these cloud bands where you waking up like you just was here. It's like less dense. So flying and floating and being less dense might be more normal in this realm. The vibrations and frequencies may be a little bit more lighter in this realm. There's still hells. There's a heaven and hell to every realm. But I'm saying since it's the least dense version, the highest version of this realm, of the earth realm that we in, it can play out as less dense a lot of times, and it don't have to be as heavy per se. You see what I'm saying? And it's easier to float around in this realm, aka be lighter, be light as a feather. You know what I'm saying? Like that Libra scale of my at, and be able to be light and float off into this world completely. To where once you get into the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, as a whole, not the Earth version of the third, fifth, fourth, and sixth dimension, but you go into that realm as a whole where nothing looks like Earth. That's when you fully submerge into this realm, and there's different levels to this realm. Now let me see how much I got before I see if I'm gonna keep going or not. Hold on. All right, I got 2%. Y'all, I got 2%. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end off the live now. All right, I love y'all. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come right back, and I'm gonna do a part 2. All right. Oh, hey, real quick before I go off, hurry up, y'all, real quick. Should I name the in order for me to get the most views, right? Should I name the next video when I come back a part 2? Should I name it the Three Heavens Part 2, or should I just name it the Three Heavens again? Hurry up, y'all, cause my phone got 2%. I ain't trying to. I just got 2%. If y'all can help me out with that, I'm letting y'all pick. First person that say it, probably I'm gonna go with their answer. All right, I see y'all not really answer, but I catch up with y'all later, man. Peace.